What is going on, YouTube? It is Primitive here, and welcome to the finals of the first store championships that happened here in Colorado yesterday. This will be against Ancient Garuru Tribal, which is like a Garurumon Tribal base Ancient Garuru deck. It's a little bit different than other things that we've seen from the Ancient Garuru on the left, as to where on the right we're gonna have Ancient Garuru that we did see play round 2, I believe, was the match that I uploaded of him. And so we saw said likely going to want to Digivolve on top of this Lobomon here to prevent Sora Joe from getting extra memory. You will probably put your opponent to 3. Well, maybe less now with the Hammer Spark. See the Garuru, which will tap Digivolve for 2, which now just only puts Isaac at 1 memory, which is a lot better than potentially putting him at 3 or even 2. Sora Joe's going to trash the Gabumon. Doesn't matter because there's no inheritable there, but it does threaten the Sora Joe pressure for the next turn. Isaac's thinking here. I'm wondering what he might want to do here. Plays the Gabumon. I was considering, do you want to maybe go for Ancient Garuru like we saw on the other end earlier, just to pass turn and make sure it's on board. But we did see how that got punished. I'm not sure if Isaac knows the other list and maybe playing around potential breath or anything like that. But he also could just be saving it for promo Lobo. So regular Lobo is going to come out. We've seen 2 regular Lobos Digivolve on top of non-tamers. So the Lobo pressure coming out on top of the Davis is running out. Oh, Wrong Lobomon there. We saw that we did see that he digivolved the wrong Lobomon on top of there. So that is actually, unfortunately, a bit of a misplay. Playing a little too quickly, or just slight overthinking. But I mean, we all do it, but it is unfortunate because it looked like we're going for the Ancient Garuru play. That's not going to happen. Like I said, likely going to want to digivolve on top of this Garurumon that doesn't have any sources on top of it, just so you weaken Sorajo. Lobomon will swinging into Shrabi. Can still threaten promo Lobo pressure because there's the Gabumon on board. Okay, don't need to digivolve on top of the Garurumon. I don't know, I'm assuming he just dropped his cards. I was trying to figure out what happened right there, but it's okay. Looks like they got everything good. Going into Zed Garuru to Digiburst to bounce. Probably the Gabum. Oh, the Guru. Oh, I didn't know it was 5 or less. I thought it was 4 or less. Well, that's a much better card to bounce. The game is just pretty even right now. Considering that there is a Mega on board, I don't know if there's Omnimon in the tribal deck. If it is, then that can be good pressure, but if not, then that could just be a Zed Garuru for the rest of the game. It is just an interesting card to play in the deck, too. I don't think I've seen Zed Garuru play, but when you're playing the bunch of Nokias, playing all the Garuru cards, I guess just makes sense. And obviously that full art, or the alternate art card, is very nice. Gonna have to put on a lot of pressure. Swinging. I want to see if there's an Omnimon that comes out. I do see an Omnimon in hand, so that is an option. The Omnimon does get another check and make it so you can threaten to potentially swing for game next turn by going down to 1 check. Tapping to make it cheaper. So you don't have to blitz here. Can choose to attack, just unsuspends. I would assume you would attack here. Hits promo Garuru. So 1 memory, gonna go to Sorajo, and then breaths the blocker. So that's a lot of memory to give. Yeah, that's a lot of memory to give. There's a lot that could happen here. Ancient Garuru can definitely just be digivolved for the 5. So Omnimon, I think, just seals the game here, and Isaac's hand looks like an entire deck. Oh, he attacked into the Omnimon, and then now is swinging in. I thought I was gonna double swing and play Omni, but I'm gonna assume that means that there's no Omni in hand and can't actually threaten that or go for that. Does have the luxury of this Ancient Garuru is going to stick around after the end of the turn because it wasn't warped. But Lobomon could potentially come in for game. Swing with the Gabumon, could play Lobomon. We know that there was an accidental wrong Lobomon digivolved earlier, and if that wasn't there, we would know there would be a Lobomon in hand to potentially hit. But we're gonna warp. So the warping works just as well. Swing will unsuspend, and it's Sayako, so swings in for game. So the tribal deck will take it 1-0. Going into game 2. That first game was really close, so I think this can really go either way. If Isaac were to have a couple of different cards there in that last hand, I think he could have just won that game on that 1 turn with the Ancient Garuru double swing into Omni. Obviously, if you hit Hammer Spark there, that changes things, so it's smarter to play around Hammer Spark. But I don't think he had the Omni in hand as I was trying to see it in the feed. Double Hammer Spark here. Just going all the way up to Promo Garuru, leaving Isaac at 1 memory, but extending 2 Hammer Sparks, so the hand size is going to be super small, and that means it's going to be way harder to get this Garurumon's Inheritable to go off. 2 memory to play with. I see a Davis in hand, so could get that out for future memory gain. Looks like it's going to go into the Zed. Digibursting twice, so I did put a little cut right there because they were talking about how on Digivolution effects you can't Digiburst twice. So did go ahead and fix the sources underneath and popped the blocker back to hand with the effect. So didn't really miss anything there. It was just a quick discussion between the 2 players. The tribal player said that he did that a couple times and nobody said anything, so he didn't know that was the ruling. But yeah, you can only Digiburst once during a when Digivolving effect. So board cleared right now, which is pretty good. There is a clear board advantage here. If only had the 8 cards in hand to get the security attack +1 there, that Zed would be able to do a whole lot of damage right now. It's hard for me to tell what the bottom card is that is the Inheritable, but we do know the promo War Garuru is down there. Digivolving into a promo War Garuru self. Isaac's hand is looking a little bit bigger, so he might actually be able to get the effect to go off. Strabimon's out and probably going to want to Digivolve on top of that because Sorajo, like I've said many times before, is a lot of pressure, and when you can potentially choke your opponent but they have Sorajo, you have to play around it in a different way. You can't just play rookies to do memory choking. You'll have to Digivolve around because Sorajo will just obviously gain the memory. Elecmon, Strabimon. Strabimon's gone, so no Digivolving on there. But if they're able to go to Ancient Garuru off this Promo Garuru and Raising and swing for 2 checks twice, that could be pretty problematic. Promoting. Oh, he might have the Promo Lobomon. If so, Hammer Spark. Nope, just goes into Sagittarius and is going to trash the bottom 2 and swing 2 checks at 8k or 9k, I believe. 2 Promo Lobos found in security, and just Digivolving into Ancient to buff up and don't get so it doesn't get swung over. It is 1k DP bigger than the Zed, so it doesn't have to worry about that. And this Sagittarius is not going to be going into Ancient Garuru, so this is very scary because as of right now, the Ancient Garuru can just win next turn by swinging 2 security checks with the first check due to Promo Garurumon's ability, or Inheritable ability, and then swinging directly with the... Oh! Swinging directly with its second attack, but swings in, gets hit with Breath, and that is not good. That makes it much harder to win this game. I feel like you're gonna have to hard play a blocker here to even have a chance. Or Breath. Never mind. It looks way better now. Might just win next turn. Gomamon, Digivolve. The Breath insecurity was super unfortunate, but playing the Breath to get rid of the Ancient Guru there in return is pretty good, although putting your opponent to, what was that, 8 memory because of the Sorajo is pretty unfortunate, and if you don't win next turn, then you probably just lose because they're going to be able to go into Ancient. They could just go Ancient straight on the bench. Sagittarius first. And popping the Z to the bottom. Ugh. Trying to go Ancient Garuru, but the Lobomon effect is a wind digivolving effect, so he can't warp this turn because it was digivolved in Raising. So that is a little bit of a mishap there. Ancient Garuru here would definitely be able to potentially lock up the game. As of right now, the opponent is not able to go into Ancient Garuru themselves, I don't believe. Oh, but Hammer Spark. Swinging 2 checks. With jamming and then Lobomon. Oh, man. Okay, wow. That was such a close game. Well, the series is now tied up 1-1. Going into game 3. Let's see who decided to go, or who chose to go first. Okay. Hit a rookie or no? Oh, okay. Did hit a rookie, but decided to play the Gabumon instead of in Raising. Decided to play the Nokia. I can dig that play because it does set up for future cheaper Digivolutions in the future. The Gabumon there is likely what was probably drawn off of the other Gabumon I didn't see, but if the rookie was missing last turn, then it's probably there again from that draw. There's a lot of tempting choices here. I'm not sure what kind of game plan he wants to go for, what's looking in hand. He decides to take the Sagittarius mode. Looking for an ultimate, might need a better evolution line to get up into Ancient Garuru. Syakumon's going to come out, just hard play. Opponent will go to 3 with Davis. Gabumon coming out, Digivolving into Lobomon, going into Ancient Garu, swinging, untapping, and then, yeah, so the Upamon gets deleted because of the Gabumon's inheritable. Swinging again, and Digivolving into Omnimon to Blitz. However, this Lobomon effect is this Digimon effect, so it will die even though it was Digivolved into an Omnimon, and he is unable to get the hybrid there. That may have been a mistake to not get the hybrid out, because having an extra Digimon on board instead of going for the swing may have been more valuable, as it could have provided more Digivolution and more swings in future turns. We have Beowulfmon now, which is probably just going to sit there unless they get breathed, which I doubt that's going to happen. Lobomon is grabbed, and that is just terrifying because that could essentially, with Beowulfmon on board and Provo Lobo in hand, if Ancient Garu is in hand, this game does just pretty much end because it will untap the Beowulfmon with its effect as well, as I believe. So there's going to be multiple effects. There are multiple swings coming out, plus there's a Gomamon on bench. If no blocker is put out right now, I'm pretty sure the game is over. Unless... no, not even Hammer Spark will be able to... well, actually no, Hammer Spark will, because he'll have to Digivolve into the Warp. Nothing hit off of the Strabi. Gotta go into blocker or something. Looking like he wants to play Breath into the Beowulf. So Beowulf will get put back to the hand, but 7 memory, and we know there's Promo Lobo in hand, so swings are going to come out. Swung with the Strabi, going into Promo Lobo. And then Ancient Guru doesn't have to worry about Hammer Spark. Unsuspending. Even hits the Hammer Spark, but still is able just to go into Lobomon and swing, and that is game. And Isaac will go ahead and win the first store championships here at J&Js and secure his invite to nationals. So congrats to Isaac, good games, and I hope you all enjoyed our coverage of our first store championships. If you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe because there'll be much more of this coming. But with that being said, have a great day and peace out.